Hi, my name's Kenjo McCurtain, writer and director of Make Believers, which is a Japanese musical that was made last year. Some of our inspirations for making the film were just musicals of the past, like New York, New York, One from the Heart, La La Land. Some of these musicals were a big inspiration for us, but also some of the great dramas that have been released recently, particularly from someone like Asghar Farhadi, who makes incredible dramas out of suspense in the everyday lives of people. As for our production, it was a very tight shoot. We had very limited resources. We shot over 13 days, and we spent 3.5 of those days shooting the musical sequences that are in the film. So it's a very tight production, but incredibly enjoyable. Everyone, as with all independent films, banded together and worked really, really hard to make the film what it was in the end. So obviously it's been a very difficult period for everyone concerned across the world. When it comes to cinema, we've had to obviously pivot towards digital distribution as well as digital screenings across the world in terms of film festivals. So it's been a bit of a struggle in a way. Part of the pleasure and the benefit of being selected in film festivals is to be able to network and to also see the audience and to meet them and see how they thought of the film. So when it comes to that, it's been a bit of a struggle and somewhat of a change. And yeah, part of the pleasure of film festivals is to be able to meet people. So that's very, very tough. On the flip side, the digital side of things has made it far easier to reach people from around the world and for them to see your work. So certainly a double-edged sword, but hopefully going forward things will return somewhat to normal. With regards to the future of cinema, I'm sort of a traditionalist in that I love films that are shot on film, on film stock, and New Hollywood is probably my favorite era. I would like to see cinema continue to be obviously trying to push boundaries and tell interesting stories about otherwise unknown parts of society and different parts of the world, and to be able to share stories, which has been the root of cinema for since its inception. So to be able to continue to tell stories would be the main goal with me. I mean, there'll always be technological advancements. There'll always be, whether it's 3D or 4D or virtual reality, there'll always be these new changes, but the core of it is to impart feeling and to evoke feeling, and that is always going to be the main goal, and it will be what people will want to experience going forward. We're not going to change in that way. So there's going to be changes in cinema in the way stories are told, but the stories themselves will remain the same.